The Effland family maintains deep farming roots near White City in Morris County, northeast Kansas. The original homestead has been in the family for over 100 years, and Korby and Mary Effland represent the fourth generation there. Korby's grandfather, Howard, and his father, Kevin, were primarily dairy farmers, milking 120 or more cows during that stint. The operation converted to beef cattle as Korby was growing up, running upwards of 200 cows while taking on more crop acres. Once graduating from high school, Korby went through formal training in construction technology and initially built houses for a living, but stayed involved in the farm with ownership of a set of heifers. In 2004, he took up farming full-time and shortly thereafter started his own crop seed dealership. Swiftly, the family farm added to their owned and rented farm ground, now in partnership with his dad Kevin and his brother Kelly. The operation now consists of 4,000 acres of corn, soybeans, milo, and wheat. And their cattle operation at present features 600 cows and a backgrounding yard where they grow their weaned calves to feeder size, as well as start calves for stocking on grass during the summer. They sell cattle into a number of specified marketing programs that have allowed them to maximize their net returns.
For our operation, we just found it's easier to come to a deal before the cattle are shipped.
How we sell cattle has changed. We don't go to the sale barn as much. Having relationships with other cattle operations, sell off the farm, or some custom feed, just changing there to adapt to the changing times.
We buy most of our bulls through NextGen out of Paxico, and they also have a feedlot. They've also allowed us to sell some replacement heifers through their production sales, so it's been a good avenue.
On the crops side, everything is done meticulously. Technology allows for precision input management under primarily a no-till system.
I would say a lot of the changes have just been through a lot more no-till farming, and then the cover crops. We find that the cover crops are good for us, not only on the farm side, but cattle. It's huge that we can graze cattle without having to go feed earlier in the winter or even late fall.
Embracing technology has been huge too.
We do all of our own spraying, most of our own fertilizing, so we don't hire much stuff out anymore.
Their cropping success has led the Efflands to invest in their own grain handling and storage facility to allow for more efficient harvesting and marketing.
I found that we can be more profitable by getting more to the end user, skipping a couple steps. When you're dealing a higher level of bushels or higher volume of bushels, 5-10 cents really adds up. Through the years, we put up our own bin site so we can bin most of our grain. We harvest 7 days a week, and we're never technically closed. We can start harvest probably 3% moisture sooner too, without being docked. And just by adding a bunker of high moisture, we were able to do another 30,000 bushel early.
Mary graduated from Kansas State University with a degree in elementary education. She manages all the financial accounts for the operation. Additionally, she puts her college education to good use in serving on the local school board, as well as the Morris County Fair Board.
I kind of have this, how can I help mentality, so it's good for our kids to see that effort. It's rewarding what you get through service, so that's been fun for me to just serve in other areas.
For his community service part, Korby is a board member of the local electric cooperative, and he's served for 12 years as a volunteer fireman with the White City Fire Department. All the while, Korby and Mary find time to manage the activities of their 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls, ages ranging from 15 to 6. All are deeply involved in 4-H and now FFA. Positive relationships with landlords, cattle genetic and nutrition consultants, crop advisors, and seed customers have been a hallmark of Effland Farms.
We've had great landlords that's helped us along the way to not only rent ground, but help us purchase ground.
The bank that we're with, they really do care about, their customers, and their big motto is bank family. You know, our bankers, it's more than just a banking relationship with them. And so we trust them to, you know, advise us on what makes good sense and what's responsible. So they've been really good to us.
And Korby makes every effort to interact with other producers whenever possible, be they neighbors or farmers from other states. This, he says, has brought many beneficial ideas into his operation. Korby and Mary say that a successful farm family life involves working together with open communication and opportunities to grow and share knowledge. They say their faith and commitment to church activities further fortifies this.
You can define it a lot of different ways, but I do think that the relationships that we've built have allowed us to be successful.
Our family farm has grown a lot, and a lot because of neighbors. A lot of our landlords are people that we farmed right alongside across the road, and we've been very fortunate to have a good set of landlords that's rented us ground right here locally. We don't have to travel a long ways.
It's worth noting that the Efflands know a little about dealing with adversity. A tornado in 2019 did significant damage to their farmstead. But they persevered and offer words of encouragement to young farmers just getting going.
I think you have to build good relationships, whether it be with your landlords, or your suppliers, or your banker. There's tough years, and by having that relationship when you're still a name and not a number helps so much.
Just having a positive attitude. You could grow to be so pessimistic if things don't go in your favor, and just out of your control. The weather, you know, is a huge factor, but you know, it has its ups and downs, but I think if you can navigate through that with a positive attitude, it's absolutely worth it.
There's a lot of sacrifices, but the reward is so worth it.
The Efflands, Korby and Mary, Kansas Master Farm Family, class of 2024.